The funeral is on Thursday, though by the time you see this, Thursday will have come and gone. In France, it's actually pretty quick between the time of death and the funeral, usually about a week. It can be less, it can be more, it depends on personal preference, but there isn't really a delay. Right, welcome to Rider Ramblings. How are you? I hope you've had a good Christmas and New Year. I shall wish you a Happy New Year. This is the first one from there. I do apologise, as I said in the post before. We have had a bereavement, and we're having to do most of the arrangements for various reasons. But the funeral directors are very good, and looking after things. It is relatively expensive. Yes, but that's life, isn't it? That's life. So we have a nice day, and I've taken advantage of this nice day. Today and tomorrow are due to be nice days, and then the next couple of days we're expecting fog and mist and that type of thing, as there's a warm front coming in. Well, there is also, and I know you might not believe this, but there is some excellent news. Not just, I nearly beat him. I nearly beat him. There's some excellent news, as I say. The filtering in France has never been really legal. It's never been really illegal, but it's not been legal either. And Saturday, I think it was, not 100% sure the exact date, but finally it was signed into the law. But there are some provisos, and what I thought I would do is go through some of those provisos today. Not sure what DG is doing. I don't think he knows either. Never mind. Yes, so anyhow, filtering is now legal in parts of France. Notice I said parts. It's not in everywhere, unfortunately. There are some restrictions. It seems that basically where it is legal, it is on roads that have a central reservation, and the speed limit is at least 70 kilometers an hour or above, with the exception of the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 in Paris, which has a speed limit of 50 kilometers an hour, where it is also legal. The rules are that you can only filter next to the outside lane, and the maximum speed you're allowed to filter at is 50 kilometers an hour. And you're only allowed to filter 30 kilometers an hour faster, up to the 50 kilometers an hour, than the traffic on either side of you. So if the traffic is stationary, the maximum you're allowed is 30. As I say, if the traffic is moving, say 20 kilometers an hour, then you can do the full. 50 kilometers an hour. You're supposed to show either an indicator, I believe it's the left-hand indicator, though I will need to check that, or your hazard warning lights while you're filtering. Yes, in the UK you're not allowed to run with hazard warning lights on, I know. In France, when you're filtering, you run with hazard warning lights on. That is part of the regulations for filtering. Now, it's really designed for cities and places that have a teripherique or ring roads. It's not really designed everywhere. That's the sort of idea behind of it. I've got no idea where I'm going actually. I seem to be on autopilot. I should be somewhere else. Not to worry. I'm on autopilot. Yes. Anyhow. If you're filtering, you're not allowed to overtake another filtering vehicle. So if there's another scooter or motorcycle filtering, train coming, then you're not allowed to overtake that while they're filtering. Excuse me while I just clear the traffic. If you break any of the filtering rules, then it's, I believe, 2 points on your license and a €135 fine. So they do want you to keep to the rules, because normally points on your license start at 1, not 2. So they're sending a message. They're sending a message saying we want you to keep to the rules. So it's very, very good. We finally got it. Yes, filtering is legal in France now. I believe it's 21 different areas, different cities or areas. So, for example, the whole of Île-de-France, which includes a number of arrondissements and counties as well. Is an area, quite a large area, so that's legal. But big cities like Lyon and Lille and Nantes and places like that, which have a teripherique, it's also legal. It is. Not sure Charlie knows what he's doing. A little bit worried. Okay. Yes. So that's excellent news indeed. So we're now fighting against the control technique in France, which is the MOT, because basically the MOT in France for motorcyclists is a way of raising money. It is not a safety. It's not for safety, because the number of vehicles, number of motorcycles and scooters that would have failed the control technique in MOT after an accident was, I've forgotten the number now, it was well less than 1%, put it that way. It was less than 1%. And so what's happening is that the big testing centres are being boycotted by anybody who has a motorcycle, or they're trying to boycott them as best as possible. And we're just going to the independents. And that's also for cars. We're trying to boycott them with both motorcycles and cars. So they've lost quite a lot of money because of it, but the money is actually going to the independents, which is a good idea. It is. So that's that, yes. I hear you've had a spot of snow in the UK. We haven't really had any here. Around Calais it's been a bit iffy. Well, more than a bit iffy actually. It's been pretty lousy. Up around Calais and that area, which is probably the let's see, we'll try this. Which is actually the tail end of what you've been getting in the UK. What they've got up there, so I do mean the tail end, so it hasn't come down as far as us. But as you can see, it's a lovely day. It's saying 7 degrees, which is nice. And our bath in front, very nice. It is. I thought they were white, our baths. Obviously not. Oh well, anyhow. So, that's the good news. As I say, the bad news is the bereavement. And, so by the time you see this, we'll have had the funeral. And, oh yes, I used my black shoes last year, and I managed to break the heel off them. I don't use them very often, actually, my good shoes. Keep them polished and nice, in nice state, but I've had to take them to the cordonnery, the cobblers in English, the cordonnery, to get them soled and healed. He actually put new soles on them not very long ago, but not the heels, and the damn things are all falling apart. So the shoes are fine. I mean, you know, the uppers are fine. It's just the soles. So I've had to do that. Dig out my white shirt. Good grief. It's been in the drawer for a long time. My good white shirt. I'll have to starch that and give it a good iron, I think. Probably give it a wash as well. So that I'm all prepped up. Yes, actually in France I'm the only person who's, apart from the funeral directors, who are actually in a suit. Most people, when they go to funerals, are in normal day clothes, whatever those normal day clothes are. So it can be jeans, and I've actually been to a funeral about 3 years ago where a number of people were in jeans. As I say, I was dressed in my dark suit, black tie and white shirt, etc. I was actually probably the best dressed mourner. Even the family, they were not part of our family. It was the mother of a friend of Valerie's who had died. they were in sort of normal everyday clothes. Nothing special. Anyhow, I shall leave it at that. Hopefully normal service will be resumed. I've bought myself a new headset and microphone, so hopefully I can do voiceovers. Because the last one, the microphone was shorting out a bit, and it was a bit like that. So I've got myself a new system for the computer, and hopefully I can do some voiceovers, which I intend to do. Which is one of the reasons I haven't done the passive-aggressive video yet. Because I tried to do it from memory and I couldn't. So I'm going to have to do it as a voiceover. Right, thank you very much. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully it won't be as cold. 6 degrees.